So we are now doing our next battery comparison between a lot of different iPhones. Now, these are between the iPhone 16e, the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone SE 3, the iPhone 12 mini, and the iPhone SE 2 all the way at the end. Now, I have some things to adjust. I have to add some widgets, and I have to go through and turn off the AirDrop thing that's on all of them, which is annoying. But all of their brightnesses are on their max brightness, as you can kind of tell. So all their max brightnesses are all the way up, which is really nice. So whatever, except this one. So all of them are going to be at their max brightness. And on top of that, all the applications are cleared out in the background as well. So if we go and kind of take a look, all the applications are kind of closed out. And whatever I do on one iPhone, I'm going to do on the other. So if I do something on one iPhone, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other for the most part. Games, applications, anything I play, it'll all be there. So we'll take intermittent kind of looks at each one. One thing I do want to show everybody is their battery healths though. That's one thing I saw that some people want to just kind of see. So the iPhone 16 is going to be at 100% anyway. This one just came out. If you go and take a look at the iPhone 13 mini, this particular iPhone is going to be giving you probably a much lower battery health. This one's going to be at around, what is this one? The 13 mini is actually at 100%, which is kind of crazy. The iPhone SE 3 is also at 100%. It's also very insane. My iPhone 12 mini is probably going to be much lower. It's at 90%, so definitely keep that into consideration. And the iPhone SE 2 all the way at the end over here is at, I don't even know where the battery thing is here. This one is at, we're going to take a look, what's going on? This is at 97%. So definitely the 13 mini and the 16 and the SE3 all have 100%, so keep that in mind. We'll go and keep that in the background as well. So we'll check back in about another hour, and we'll see where we're at. So we are now basically at the 2-hour mark, and all I literally did for the last 2 hours was basically have them on their main display just like this. So this is already kind of interesting to me because like I said, I have literally not done anything except keep these on their main display. The iPhone 16e right now is at 89%, the iPhone 13 mini is at 78%, the iPhone SE3 is at 71%, iPhone 12 mini is at 71%, and the iPhone SE2 is at 64%. So these two phones are the same, the SE3 and the iPhone 12 mini. The 13 mini is about 11% less than the iPhone SE3, or now like 12% less. And I showed you the battery health before on all these. This one was definitely, or these two were the worst ones. These three are still technically at 100%. So we'll go and let them, be on their main display one more time for like another hour, because this is already very interesting to me how these are kind of degrading or kind of depreciating. So we'll check back in about another hour and we'll see where we're at. So now we are at the 3-hour mark, and the iPhone 16e is at 81%, the iPhone 13 mini 63%, iPhone SE 3 53%, iPhone 12 mini 56%, and the iPhone SE 2 at 43%. And mind you, all I've done so far is just have them on their main displays, literally haven't done a single thing on them for 3 hours. So you can see in this particular example how much better a phone like an iPhone 16e will basically do on standby, even though you're getting a bigger, display inside of the iPhone 16e. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and load up Temple Run 2 in the background. So I'm just going to load up Temple Run 2, very basic game. I already have it installed on both of them. So I'll let that run for about an hour, and we'll check back in and we'll basically see where we're at that point. So another hour has passed, and I've just been playing Temple Run 2 in the background of all of them, which has been so much fun. Now if we go and take a look and kind of hop out of all of these, you can kind of get an idea of basically what's going on. So my iPhone 16e is at 69%, my iPhone 13 mini 46%, SE3 31%, 12 mini 32%, and the iPhone SE2 at 15%. I got the low power mode option, like that pop-up that came on the SE2, I turn it off or I click close. So far, it's kind of going the way I thought it was going, but I never thought that there would be this big of a difference between the SE2 and the SE3. That right there is kind of interesting. And then look at the 16e. The 16e is doing significantly better than these three phones, more than twice as much than the SE2, 12 mini, and the SE3. The 13 mini is a pretty close second, which is surprising. It's not that close, but it's still up there. But we'll check back in about another hour and see where we're at from there. So we are now at the 5-hour mark, and you can see that the iPhone SE2 did end up dying at the 4-hour and 30-minute mark. So it might be a little harder to see, but that died at around 4 hours and 30 minutes. These ones are still alive, but at what percentage are they at? Let's go and take a look. The iPhone 16e right now is at 57%. My iPhone 13 mini is at 28%, my iPhone SE 3 is at 7%, and my iPhone 12 mini is at 11%. So you can see that there was quite a spread when it came down to these types of devices. You can see that the iPhone SE2 definitely is going to be giving you the worst battery life. And mind you, this was, I think, 2 or 3 hours of them just being on their main screens, and then basically like 2 hours of Temple Run 2. So it's not really the most insane type of experience, but you can just kind of see, even the battery healths of these three are 100% basically. You can see that there's a humongous difference when you're going from some of these older phones, this one came out in 2020, to some of these newer ones. And I genuinely do think these four phones right here are probably some of the bigger devices that people are going to switch from to the iPhone 16e. So it's pretty interesting. We'll check back in about another hour after playing Temple Run 2. I'm pretty sure these two are going to die, but we'll check back in and see what happens. Well, everyone, the 6-hour mark has just popped up. Now, if we go and hop out of these two, you can go and see that my iPhone 16e is at 44% and my 13 mini is at 8%. The iPhone SE 3 ended up dying at the 5-hour and 29-minute mark, and the iPhone 12 mini ended up dying at the 5-hour and 47-minute mark. So there were some differences here for the most part. You can kind of tell that for sure the 16e is outpacing the 13 mini for sure, and all these other phones before it. I do think with a phone like the 13 mini though, I think it is doing a pretty good job. It is outlasting these three phones right here. So you can imagine if you have any other phones that are older than this, it just depends. Like I would assume that an iPhone 10s and an iPhone 10 and an iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, they probably would not last as long as these three phones, I would probably say, especially maybe the 12 mini, but definitely the 13 mini would probably outpace those phones. I'll probably do a separate battery comparison there, but I'll let these go ahead and go for like another hour. I'm assuming this one's going to die within the next 45 minutes, and we'll check back in there and see where we're at. And at the 6-hour and 32-minute mark, I just realized I didn't even have to write it down. I could have just told you. The iPhone 13 mini ended up dying, which was pretty interesting because it lasted quite a bit longer than our iPhone SE2, iPhone 12 mini, iPhone SE3, all these other phones. Now, the iPhone 16e is still here, still alive, and if we go and hop out of it, this iPhone had 37% left inside of it by the time the iPhone 13 mini ended up dying. So that right there is a very, very interesting thing. The iPhone 16e is definitely going to be giving you significantly better battery life than the iPhone SE2, iPhone 12 mini, iPhone SE3, and iPhone 13 mini. But if we were to extrapolate this further, probably the iPhone, I've already done tests with all of them, the 13s, the 12s, the 14s, the 15s. Definitely the iPhone 16e also did a really good job when compared to those iPhones as well. Now, I do understand there are some kind of things to keep in mind here when you're looking at these two phones, or these 5 phones. The 12 mini and the iPhone SE2 had less battery health than these three. So even if these were at 100%, it would still not even be as close as the iPhone 16e. I mean, give these ones like another hour, give these even like another 2 hours, right? It still wouldn't even come as close as the iPhone 16e. So at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, if you're upgrading from any one of these other phones, from an iPhone SE2, an iPhone 12 mini, an iPhone SE3, or an iPhone 13 mini, you are definitely going to be getting a far better battery life and just a better experience overall from the battery situation on the iPhone 16e than all these other iPhones. So in terms of that, that kind of covers it up here for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.